won the FA Cup before. And they are aiming to win it. So perhaps the mentality could be different over there. But this is a side that has won the league twice, in the last 20 seasons. So they have a lot of experience as far as winning the league is concerned. But you look at Medeama at home, this season they are invincible at home. They've only dropped points 3 times at home in 10 games. It tells you how good and solid they've been at home. Yes, they've lost their right back, who is their top scorer this season in Kamadini Mahmoud to Al Hilal of Doman, Sudan. But then they brought a replacement this afternoon. It will be a second year, I'll say, who steps in place, and fills in the boots of Kamadini Mahmoud. So, yes, they understand what they're doing. Coach Ibrahim Sanko understands the dynamics. He knows it. Losing your player at this crucial moment of the season tells you a lot. But then they're still fired up because you're looking at that midfield trio of, say, Manuel Mante. There's also Salim Adams, who is on 4 goals. And then also there's Fuzi, who is also doing so well. So, friends, I don't think that they've lost quite a lot. Yeah, Kamadin Mahmoud has left with 5 goals, and they still have other players. Because this season, they've had 15 different scorers in the league, and that's the most any team has got in the league so far. So the weight and the burden of goal scoring has been, spread across. And every player is trying to get something the moment they step into the third half. So tell you what, yeah, Medeama will have the strength, they have the numbers, they have the statistics, but then Aduana, you can never count them out. For Aduana, yeah, they are relentless. They know what it takes to be very difficult. We spoke about the fact that Aduana are just coming into this game after beating Kotoko. And, you don't beat Kotoko and go into any game feeling you can't win a game. You'd want to continue from there. It becomes a springboard for you, and you would want to elevate again. So a win here for Aduana will really do them so good. And let's not forget that if they win, they're closing on Medeama to 4 points. And then Hart and Kotoko will also be looking from a distance, and they would also want to capitalize. So that's how interested it gets. That if they're neutral, you'd want Aduana to win. You root for them to win, because a win for them opens up everything again, and the conversation for the league title, will continue for weeks. But then should Medeama win, it's something we've seen them do. They will only extend the lead at the top of the table. Perhaps for the neutrals, it won't be boring. So if they're neutral, then you'll be open that their ways I could topple Medeama, and get it. But for the coaches, Ibrahim Sanko is always cool, calm, each and every time.
Okay, so I can't do this with I can't do this without paying homage to Nana Dakwa JC, the lead commentator. Yeah. He is on duty, commentary duty with Josiah today. And it's good to see both of them in the hot seat. So I can tell you, Josiah, and I can tell you, Nana Dakwa, that there are greetings coming from the studio as well. I've got Blackgate Aboibo here. Francis is looking forward to the game. Nanedu is also here as well. You guys have fun, enjoy yourselves, and you will see you back in Accra when you come.
Thank you. Most definitely.
All right. So it's nice to have a live interaction with your colleagues, because they also play a part to the success of what we do here in the studio. So we heard from Josiah. Let's not belabor the points, and let's not drag it too well. But obviously, he is one person who has had the opportunity to chat with both coaches. So he's had a feel of their mentality, what comes into the game. We'll be sharing that and more.
Drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
This February, love is not just in the air. Love is in the bundle. We present to you Bundled Love. At Max Buy, we are turning your favorite electronics into an unforgettable Valentine's surprises. Buy the powerful Techno Common 40 at just 49 Ghana cedis. And boom, you get yourself a Techno smartwatch. Buy yourself an Infinix Sports PC Pro Plus and enjoy 150 Ghana cedis discount. You can buy yourself an ITEL TV, be it 32-inch or 43-inch, and enjoy a free phone in addition for you. Or grab Felix 43-inch Smart Google TV at just $299. That's 299 Ghana cedis to it, and get an Edifier multimedia speaker. Max Buy Bundle App promo runs from 10th of February to 28th of February. Once it's over, it's over. So don't wait. You can call us on 0594 091 122. You can visit any of our locations as displayed on the screen. Also go to our website and order online. Max Buy, we bring you more
Joda seasoning powder, ever flavors, baby. Goat flavor, hawk.
Beef flavor, spaghetti flavor, our Judah spices.
Our Joda seasoning powder. Say no.
FD ajibedi katui atum.
Abusia wo hwɛ me wako aba ade ba Helios Care Center. Aha ye treaty conditions bi te say obi a wanya spondylosis, obi a wachi bramu wachi kasai eye wo ya wontimi nyina so mfa nya adwuma. Obi nso a ne de ne eye ne kotodwa emu ahodwo nti wontimi nyina so nya adwuma. Obi nso a ne de no eye ne sisi ananse bia na back pain. Wachi kasai no eye wo ya yie pa ma otini mu ana okon mu kura no abusia woten kasa eye wo ya. Obi so a ne de no eye arthritis, say your osteoarthritis, say your rheumatoid, gout. Ninyina no o de ba Helios Care Center ye behwe na ye ye firi wo so ye was Sankofo bus stop Michelle Camp Road. Fire numbers e wo screen so na frɛ ye oba ye beboa pa ye firi wo so.
Seasoning powder, achi baby ashe. See na me koto me there wa KC shop I wear ni buyer.
Me dase, mommy aromat I wash up anyina. Hey, Mama G, also use aromat.
Papa, spices flavor no, garlic, jene, kekedro, and other mixed spices for mu, and a chicken flavor no. And one I may use it.
Na so person when you jollof.
B29 has a soft now. Pour and let so pet and see. Foam, no matter the water, B29 they work. Your white clothes will be whiter, your color will be brighter.
Ade, oh.
Soft now, woman,
Ade,
B29, B29, B29. Washing powder with a soft now.
Mission accomplished.
B29 softens fabrics, easy iron, and leaves the clothes smelling fresh.
All right, welcome back from the break. Many thanks for giving us a little bit of follow in the 7th position on 30 points. Then it comes down to follow in the 7th position on 30 points. Then it comes down to Karela on 28, Nations FC on 27, and that ends the top part of the table. We take a look at the bottom part and where there are a lot of battles which will be happening. Dreams FC on 26, Young Apostles on 26, Bechem United on 26, and Holy Stars also on 26. Now that's between the 10th and the 13th position. So it tells you that again, there's a hot chase in there. 14th and 15th positions are occupied by Swedru All Blacks and Vision FC. They all have 24. Now let's come to Brecum Chelsea, who are in the red zone on 23, Hohoi United on 20, 11 Wonders. We have all agreed that they have said their goodbyes. They are on 9 points. This is the structure of the Premier League table. Gentlemen, again, let's try and juxtapose what we have just seen with the worth of the matches. We have first and second playing in a couple of minutes. We have third and fifth playing on Sunday. We have fourth also playing on Sunday. So the results will play a definite big part.
This is a crucial week in terms of the destination of the Ghana Premier League come the end of the season. And you look at the league table itself, it gives you a clear idea of how crucial the 3 maximum points dotted around the league, especially on top and at the bottom of the league, will be for the final destinations or placements of the teams on the Ghana Premier League table. See, prior to kickoff, Medeama opened up a 7-point gap on the second, third, and fourth teams. Okay, now if they win today, they'll open the gap to 10. But if Aduana are able to beat them, they close the gap to 4. So it's a huge game in perspective in front of us. Because if
Nations FC.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, but they've been in pole position, beating Karela, beating Vision, beating Young Apostles, and of course beating Accra Hearts of Oak. And Edu, how important is this? And what's the what solace do we have in seeing them continue that good form?
12 points out of possible 15.
15.
And before they lost to
17 games
to Nations FC last 2 weeks, they've gone 17 games. That is almost half of a season game in the Ghana Premier League without losing a game in the Premier League. And that was the game they lost.
Some level of consistency.
That is the consistency. They've been the consistent team in the Ghana Premier League. In fact, when you look at the 18 teams, they've been the best team so far in the Premier League. I'll be surprised if they bottle out the league in the last minutes of the Ghana Premier League. So I expect them to continue with their winning ways in the game against Aduana. But Aduana will go to Medeama with that confidence that let's get something out of this particular game.
All right. Blackgate, I'll let you handle the last 5 matches for Aduana. Not the best of opportunities for them. 2 losses on the way, one against Nations FC, the other against Vision, and a draw against Samatex. But comfortable wins against All Blacks and Karela. Does that do them any favors?
Well, you know, by the time the first round of the season came to an end, they were actually
to take Nanedu.
Yes, I think 21 games each. Goals scored, Medeama scoring 31, Aduana scoring 20. It means Aduana struggle in terms of goals scoring. But for Medeama, 31 goals in Ghana Premier League means they are doing well in terms of goals scoring.
1.5
in 21
goals
games
per game. Yeah.
And 14 goals considered, 12 goals considered for Aduana Stars. It means Aduana's strength this particular season has been their defense. That was what I was talking about. Alex Boache and other players in the defense. They've gotten that command over their goalkeeper, and they start the ball very well as a defender. And of course, goal per game and all those stuff. So it tells you Aduana Stars defensively they are strong. Medeama Football Club up front and the midfield is there. So because Salim Adams is scoring. In the last 2 months, he has been consistent. For a midfielder to come to Tamale Town to play against Vision FC and score 2 goals, he scored the only goal against Hasselhoff. So in the last 6-7 games for Medeama, for a midfielder to get 5 goals in the Ghana Premier League, means from midfield to the attack, they have players who can score from all angles.
Which could also be a weapon for them in this game.
Absolutely. You look at them, he's the main man, he's the fulcrum.
Yeah.
He's the one that ticks the boxes. He gives them a template on which they should build and play. And if you look at Salim Adams, he comes into the team with so much experience, playing for Hearts of Oak, going to Cincinnati, coming back, playing for Hearts of Oak again, formerly of a new Edubiasi. So he comes into the game with so much experience. Whenever he plays, you can tell that he together with Kevin Nkrumah, I've always said this, that Medeama's secret weapon has been Kingsley Bryan. In most of the games that were tough for them, he popped up with the goals at the Pando Park against Heart of Lions. He scored the only goal that won the game. And if you look at Salim Adams, in games that they need someone to come in with exposure, experience, to take the game by the scruff of the neck to determine the outcome of the game, he has always stepped up against Hearts of Oak. When the game was deadlocked, he popped out with an absolute scorcher on top of the box to win the game for them against the Phobians. So in games like this, he thrives, he pulls the team towards one direction, and in him, they have someone that can combine defensive work together with attacking work perfectly. In terms of sliding, attacking balls into the channel, he's one of the finest in the Ghana.
And don't forget, he's the reason why the Black Star player, Prince Owusu, is on the bench. Prince Owusu, the last Star player, was part of the team. In fact, he started the game in that game that they went to play in Japan and Korea. He was starting for the Black Stars of Ghana because of the performance of Salim Adams in recent times. Prince Owusu is on the bench because in games like this, you like to play Manuel Mante, you like to play Fuzi Taylor. Don't forget, Japasus is still also on the bench.
God knows Japasu.
These are players on a good day, they'll move to about 80% of the teams in the Ghana Premier League, they'll be starting. These 2 players are on the bench for Medeama. Fojo is on the bench because of Nkrumah.
Derek Fojo, sorry.
Derek Fojo, he's on the bench. So when you look at the players who are starting and the players from the bench, Medeama, they have the best squad so far in the Premier League.
Well, that's good enough because they're coming into this game all guns blazing. They are putting their best foot forward. I'm taking a look at the dressing rooms and the jersey numbers, which tells me that they have a lot of competition they will have a lot of competition on the field of play. And definitely the coaches would have a very torrid time mapping out the strategies for this game. Now, talking about the coaches and strategies, let's cross over to the TNA Stadium. The coaches are ready to talk to us before kickoff.
Coach, it's match day 22. You are playing against the second place team, a team that is actually breathing down your neck. That is Aduana. Winning here will just be 3 points, but it could have significant impact on where the title will shift towards. Does that really come with added pressure in today's game?
No, I think in the pressure, there's always a pressure playing Premier League, and definitely Aduana is one of the good teams in the league. Like you said, they are second behind us, so definitely we don't want them to catch us. So yes, we are ready. I think the boys are ready.
The last Premier League game you played at Nations FC lost, then in the FA Cup you managed to get past Samatex. Was that victory over Samatex important going into this one?
Very, very important. I think Aduana had the same run against Kotoko, and we also against Samatex. So definitely both of us are coming with confidence, and I think it's going to be a very, very good game.
Of course, your game is important today, but do you still have one eye on what could happen on Sunday? The results here could be very important to what happens against between Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko.
No, I think it's normal. I think they are also sitting down now watching us and praying that we will maybe sleep. But I think we have to concentrate on our game, and that's what we have to do, and then the rest we can influence it.
You're coming up against a very defensively organized side. How do you plan to break them down?
No, with patience. I mean, we always created chances here. We want to go with patience. We want to create chances, and definitely we want to score. And I'm sure that based on what we did this weekend, I'm sure that we are going to get a win.
Coach, wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
How important would it be for Aduana to get a victory against the league leaders today?
Apart from this game, there's a lot of games to go. So we are just here to have a better result that will give us a full point or some points. So we are not worried about what the end of this game, what the title will go now. But as I said earlier, there's some more games to go now. So anything can happen. But we are just here to have fun and just get a better result and go back with it.
You're coming up against a free scoring side in Medeama. What has been the conversation throughout the week in terms of training schedule on how to stop them?
Whether they score or not, the most important is for us is why we want to get a better result that will favor us as our team.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so the technical teams have given us clear indication as to what to expect in the game. And it will be a very tough one. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for both sides as we get ourselves in readiness to cross over to the TNA Stadium. What kind of potential has the two sides put up in terms of personnel on the field of play? Now, Felix Che will start as usual in goal. The team, as always, captained by Mubarak Yusuf, who will be a stalwart in defense. Fuzi Taylor, Manuel Mante, Kelvin Nkrumah, Kingsley Brahe, Fatah Suleimana. Rich Saki, is good to see him starting in today's game. Salim Adams, Abdul Salam, and of course, Yao Osei will be the gentlemen to look out for. First 11 for Medeama. Now, what kind of opposition are they coming up against? Aduana have also mapped up a strategy that will also ensure that they will be able to stand the test of time. And so for Aduana, they would have Prince Osei as regular in goal. Alex Boache has been a stalwart and always been a stalwart in defense for Aduana. Raymond Ajiman, Seydou Sana, Emmanuel Mafo, Abubakar Adams will all be in there. Remember, Adomaku will definitely be seeing those surging runs down the flank. Prince Otubwa, Benjamin Chivanyo, Salim Ba-Fada, and of course Samuel Osei for another rugged defender for Aduana. So again, this lineup gives us a fair idea of what the two teams are putting into. At least as far as this match is concerned, at least also as far as the first half is concerned. Nanedu, who do you think will start as favourites?
Strong lineup, you know.
Capable lineup.
Yes, yes. Medeama looks favourites, but they have to battle with the midfield of Aduana Stars. One of the best midfielders in the local league so far is Seydou Sana.
Yeah.
One of the guys in the midfield. He's a blaster material, that guy.
Okay.
And Fuzi Taylor has also been consistent this particular season for Medeama. So I see this game to be a midfield battle. If any team will win, it will be a slim margin.
Blackgate?
Well, it's a game of two ends, and if you look at
Charlie, I'm shocked that Nanaidu is saying that it will be a slim match.
If you look, yeah, it's a game of two ends. If you look at what both coaches put out this afternoon, it's a 4-3-3 formations straight away with variations. And if you look at the variations, definitely the 4-4-2 will be the other option, or the 3-5-2 in terms of loading the midfield to outnumber your opponent.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a tactical prowess from two coaches. Choba Aristika might be suspended, but he'll be running the shots from the stands. You'll be pulling the strings. But for Coach Ibrahim Tanko, he has all his tried and tested players in there. Calvin Nkrumah, a lot to be expected from him. And if you look at some of the games that they've played so far, aside Salim Adams, it has to be Fuzi Taylor spreading passes across the pitch in central midfield. You look at his stature, it doesn't look like someone that has that robustness or aggressiveness, but you don't underrate him.
Sure.
Then you look at Manuel Mante at the heart of midfield. He's the workaholic.
All right.
He gives them that stability and steam in midfield. So it will be a proper battle dotted around the pitch over the course of 90 minutes.
90 minutes coming up, but of course, we will be dishing the first 45. Sit back and relax and enjoy it. And at halftime, we'll come your way again. Let's cross over and hand over to Nana Dakwa JC and Josiah Okokwe to run us through the first 45.
Competitive, always competitive, and today Aduana will have to come up with a strategy to stop Salam, and then also Kingsley Brai, who have been excellent, both of them. They've been excellent so far this season. You have him between them 6 league goals so far, and that's you have him between them 6 league goals so far, and that's quite huge. And
Daniel Malfo and Prince Otobwa in a 3-man attack for the visiting team. The two teams seem to be shaping up.
If you want to play with your strength and then try and counter whatever attacking threat your opponent will be coming up with you. And you have for Aduana Malfo Emmanuel, who scored 6 goals so far this season. Chivanyo would also be cutting in from the left-hand side. He's also scored twice. You remember his goals won them the game against Swejo All Blacks a couple of weeks ago. So this is huge for them, especially having 2 attackers who combined are giving you 8 goals this season.
Aduana in dominant green and yellow jerseys. They found this venue a difficult venue to pick points. Medeama in dominant yellow and mauve colors here at the TNA Stadium. The last time they played at home, Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory over Karela. Unfortunately, that was a signing of game for their committed and dedicated right back Kamara Dini Mahmoud. That's
understand it, taking risk at such a moment. Just 18 seconds. Understand it, taking risk at such a moment. Just 18 seconds into the game and already going for something like this. Tells you what they have in mind.
Here's Rich. He's playing against his former club, Risaki. He joined Medeama from Aduana last season. He was an integral part of this Medeama setup until Amu Mensah stepped in to challenge for places in central defense. Some awkward clearance from Adumako Boateng. Patal Suleimana knocks it down for Abdul Salam. Kick. Kelvin Nkrumah unable to keep the ball in. Is a throw in first of the afternoon to the visitors.
And the combination on the left-hand side, Suleimana Fatau at the left back and then also at the left wing. is Nkrumah that could be interested. Looking at how Aduana also ships out from the right-hand side. If Etuaba would be joining, remember Aduma could put in to help him with those defensive duties.
Good play from Salim Adams. This must definitely be a foul, and it's the first yellow card. It's early days to pick up this yellow card, and I think he called for it. Salim Barfada, one of those new players brought in the second transfer window by Aduana from Future Stars, just clutching into Salim Adams.
Yeah, that was cynical, very cynical. I wasn't surprised he just, attracted that yellow card. Just look at that, very early into the game, and that slows him down. But, going very, very hard on his namesake, Salim Adams, I think he just deserves that yellow card. It was a bit clumsy.
Confirmation of Barfada's yellow card. It'll be interesting to see how he comports himself and play in the remaining 88 minutes of this game. Too early to pick up a yellow as a central midfielder.
Yeah, and as a player who also is a marauding player who stops play, breaks, attack and all that. Whenever you are visiting side, you would always want to try and keep them at bay for some moments, or even in the first half.
Flag is up for offside against Emmanuel Marfo. He was caught all day in that offside trap, finding it difficult to position himself. There's a push on Kelvin Nkrumah. Referee Misbah spots the infringement. Salim Adams goes past Barfada. This time he's going to be extra careful. Marfo. Good play from Salim. Now Suleimana to Abdul Salam. Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. He was nearly tricked by Yawase, his namesake, for the Medeama opener. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up from Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right inside, finding Yawase, was just trying to find a teammate.
Fuzi Taylor has already contributed 2 goals from the corner kick this season. He steps up for another corner. He's swinging brilliant corner kicks, and if it's men at the right place, they can be dangerous. He delivered for Kingsley Bright to score against Nations a fortnight ago, and Fuzi swings one in. Salim's header, and it goes outside for a goal kick.
And nearly a replica of that opening goal in Abrankasi a couple of weeks ago. No same connection, but this time it wasn't Kingsley Bright at the far post, and Salim Adams with that height would definitely be a target for every corner kick.
Here's Sake. Salam. Saki finds support from Che. Saki steps forward for Medeama. Too much weight on it. Misplaced pass by Saki. Throwing Aduana.
And they're already making incursions into the third half. And it's due to the way they build up. You have the 2 centre-backs opening up, allowing Mano Mante to slot in, making it a 3-back, for the build-up. And it's been smooth for them. No pressure whatsoever from Aduana when they do not have the ball.
Salim. Alex Borch's clearance for the Visitas. It's a handball against Emmanuel Marfo. Good decision by Miss Bao.
You're struggling. Early stages though, but Marfo looks a bit isolated.
Salim. Yasser down the right side. Mante. Very calm on the ball, trying to find the right openings to unlock the Aduana defense. Here is Kelvin and Chroma. Good ball through to Brian. Now Salim Adams to Salam. Salam with a shot blocked by Boateng. Is a corner for Medeama.
And the incursions have been problematic for Aduana now. They are finding it so easy. It's been seamless, moving the ball, quick, intricate passes, very short. And this time it was Salam Adams, Salam to Salam, sorry. And just try to cut that one back into the goalkeeper's area, hoping that someone could just make that contact. So it's been scary at times.
Medeama have another corner.
Mante just was so much aware of that presence of Chivonyo behind him.
.43 points, 12 wins, 7 draws, just 2 defeats. Only Karela and Nations have beaten Medeama in the season's Premier League. They've amassed 31 goals and conceded just 14 and remain unbeaten here at the TNA. Miscommunication between Salim and Nkrumah leaves Otobwa on the run and it's an Aduana throw.
Yeah, just the right move, but then at the wrong location. They're nearly exposing Medeama, and they're beginning to enjoy the game. They're beginning to enjoy possession now. And it's just one thing on their minds: commit more men forward.
It's Marfo against Saki. Saki knows Marfo too well. Together at Aduana during Saki's days with the Oja boys.
I think at a point he was expecting the foul. He was expecting the whistle, but I think there was nothing in it. There was nothing in it. You have Saki, who is very, very strong. He's a lanky defender, and there was no way he would have won the ball.
10 minutes at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. It's Medeama SC 0, Aduana 0. On match day 22 of the Ghana Premier League, Medeama have a free kick now. Sake. Nkrumah goes down from the challenge of Boateng, free kick Medeama. The travelling fans have been crucial in Aduana's campaign this season. To every venue with the club, something previously was not part of Aduana's setup. Here is Sana. Seydou Sana gets the corner off the boot of Mubarak Youssef. Aduana have a corner.
For a second, you think that was a terrible decision from Seydou Sana with his experience and quality, but there was just no one supporting him. He was just trying to find support, someone just to lay that pass to, but no one in there. It was just the best thing to do to hit that one off Mubarak to win Aduana their first corner.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post. Sana's header. That was close from Seydou Sana for Aduana. You're asking where was the marking from Medeama to allow Sana with that header? Almost a free header for Seydou Sana.
Just almost, but then quality delivery into the box there. If I remember Adobako, he's not the tallest Seydou Sana, and manages to get his head on it, nearly finding the back of the net. And ironically, they were practicing that right before the game started. It nearly punished Medeama with that.
Kelvin Nkrumah goes ahead of Adams, but that's some clever defending from the Aduana left back, Abubakar Adams. Anticipating a very interesting battle between Chevanyo and Yao Say down that left-hand side of Aduana's attack.
Not seen much from Yao Say, at that right-hand position. The only, threatening move we saw was that, lob that nearly caught Prince Osei off guard. But defensively, definitely, it would really be a battle to relish between himself and that quick, pacey Chevanyo.
Here is Salim. Overindulgence, but he wins the sympathy of Ms. Bao. Stays down after the challenge, Salim Adams.
Well, you think he just needed to release that one quicker. And I was just thinking he had teammates around, he had support around. Just holding the ball would only attract, very, very physical challenges like that.
Here is Mano Mante. Now Fuzi Taylor. Salim. Nkrumah. Good swipe by Nkrumah. Checks onto Yao-Sei. Gets a return. Kelvin Nkrumah. Lovely display down the right side. He wants to take on his marker. Referee whistled because the assistant referee right there was waving the flag, complaining of a push by Abubakar. A decision that has been greeted with displeasure and disapproval by the Aduana players.
Yes, Ali, and it's understandable. Let's look at that. An outstretched foot there from Acheban. He just believes, he won that clearly. You'd be disappointed as well if you had a Aduana player. You'd be thinking that's the fairest of challenges there in Nkrumah.
Free kick to the home side is Fuzi Taylor to take. Mano Mante step out to the edge of the penalty box with about 7 Medeama players in the Aduana box as Fuzi Taylor readies to deliver. Fuzi whips one in, heads goal by his header, just over the top. Kingsley Bryan unlucky.
And they are making the bodies count in the box. They're showing movement forward, especially with the set-piece situations. We've seen 2 threatening corners, but this one equally threatening as well. The delightful delivery. And just look at that. Salim Adams always the target there. With that physical aerial presence as well. Brai is also good with that. And both of them just going at it. That was good presence as well defensively by the goalkeeper, just taking their hand.
Kotoba now mark here the TNA Stadium in Takwa. No goals between the league leaders Medeama and Aduana, who are very much also in the conversation for the title contention. Pays by Otobwa, but those step overs, ain't they too many?
Just one too many, if you should ask. But that's what actually, brings about the confidence for a young attacker like that. Just took it too many times, and that was just not what he was hoping for. At least we spoke about the fact that I was saying playing at the right back position would definitely come up against Chevanyo, but early injury worries not good
so
at all.
Talking about Yao Say, he has gone down, complains of a knock. Not too sure what must have happened to him in the process, but Chevanyo is always going to come a tough customer.
It was definitely, and especially looking at the fact that he's in some sort of pain now, very early inside the game. And that's where tactically for Medeama. Definitely has a knock, and you have to go at him, whenever you have the ball.
Here's Kelvin Nkrumah for the Melbourne Yellow. Good solo run, goes down right before Ms. Bao. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted, was driving into space. Eventually, he was ambushed by the green man, and it's a free kick for Medeama.
Yeah, it's so delightful watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You think that could have been a clean tackle, but I think proximity also just plays a role in there. But you would always want to, keep a sharp eye on Kelvin Nkrumah. Minutes ago, he won one at the expense of Abubakar Adams, and now he's at it again. And whenever he's in his element, it's so difficult to stop him. With that pace and Chikri, it's always difficult to stop him.
Salim Adams might just be the candidate for this one. Patal Suleiman have also expressed interest in this, with Fuzi Taylor also circling around it.
You'd always think it would be Salim Adams' range. I've seen him do work magic from close range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from Salim Adams. What a belter. Medeama in the lead through this thunderbolt from Salim Adams. The Mauve and Yellow have set the TNA alive. It's Medeama 1, Aduana 0.
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. Prince to say, just look at that, just picks his spot, and they knew definitely that was Salim Adams' range. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it. And definitely you can count a handful of goalkeepers who can deal with that.
And can anybody hit the ball better in the Premier League than Salim Adams if it's in his elements? Well, 6 goals this season so far for Medeama, and I tell you what, anytime Salim Adams have scored for Medeama, they've gone on to win that game. So the big one is, can Aduana get back into this game? It's Medeama 1, Aduana 0.
Yeah, you talk about his quality, and whenever he's in and around the 18-yard box, he's always dangerous. You need to close him down, but this time they just didn't have the luxury of closing him down. And you rightly said it, 5 goals prior to this one, and 4 in 4 games, and all have been winners for Medeama Sporting Club, and he has that good omen. Whenever he scores, they go on to win.
"20 minutes at the TNA Stadium in Tak. The home side, Medeama, leading Aduana by 1-0 with a thunderbolt strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring and set the stadium alight.
That's what they just needed. They just needed that goal, to bring them back to life. And they always know how to win whenever they score first.
"32 goals so far for Medeama this season. Anytime they've jumped into the lead in any game, they've almost always won. The only time they failed to win after jumping into the lead was at Abrankesi when they lost by 2-1 to Nations FC. But when they step up and score the first goal, then it's difficult for you to come back. They've drawn once and lost once when they've taken the lead, and won 11 times when they've taken the lead, Medeama.
Astonishing numbers.
Braye, Fuzi Taylor, Kelvin Nkrumah, Suleiman as a decoy, but it's an audacious shot, flies over the bar for a goal kick. Very poor delivery from Kelvin Nkrumah.
Yeah, but he wouldn't care. So that goal set a pace for them now. And they'll be trying quite a lot of things from distance now. They know that they could try their luck, just like Salim Adams did from that dead ball situation. And this young chap, he has the trickery in him, he has the pace, he has the chicanery, but, hitting balls from a distance isn't really his niche.
Kerry Salam looking for Nkrumah. He's got Boateng to beat. Ball falls to Suleimana. Nkrumah, Fuzi Taylor. Now Salim Adams tries to play the 1-2 with Fuzi Taylor, and it's brilliant from Medeama. Beautiful passing play. Now Mubarak Yusuf, poor pass, intercepted by Aduma Boateng. Here comes Emmanuel Marfo. Can they move on the counter? Risaki steps up, but Marfo hangs on. His hold-up play is so brilliant. It's a foul and a yellow card to Risaki. That's a clumsy challenge. Second player to get the yellow card after Barfada So Rich Saki, central defender for Medeama, gets into the books of referee Ms. Bao.
All credit to Mafo. That's so well to hang on to that ball. But again, no support. No one close to him. No one in green very close for him to just pass that ball to. But again, clumsy, especially for Saki, getting on the wrong side of the ball, allowing Imado Mafo that space to just turn. Almost go bound there.
Confirmation of that yellow card flashed to Risaki. What this means is that he's going to be extremely careful in that role alongside Mubarak Yusuf. But if Mafo continues to trouble him the way he's doing, he might just go for an early shower if he's not extremely careful.
But Felix Shade needed save it twice to make sure that they don't concede in this game. Just look at that. It did well to close him down, but then he managed to get it. I think there was a deflection, a wicked one, very, very acute, but K always on guard.
Medeama, very difficult to break at this venue. The only teams that have visited here and gone away with points are Baseki Holy Stars. Samatex also picked up a point here, and then Bechem United also frustrated them. But in all those games that Medeama were unable to win here, they created numerous goal-scoring chances. In certain games, they even missed penalties, like that game against Holy Stars. So, if they are not winning here, they are not losing as well.
Not at all. It's the home invincibility, and that's what you need as a team if you're really making a case to win the Ghana Premier League, and they've done that so well this season.
It's Nkrumah again. Braille. Now Mante gives it away to Raymond Arjman. That's a foul, a deliberate one, of course. Prince Otobwa winning the foul for Aduana.
Salim Adams had to be on guard there. He just had to take that one, for the team. Knew what was going to happen. It was a fast break, a very swift counter. Prince Otobwa nearly leading that charge.
Saki up against Mafu again. Mafu wins the ball for Aduana. Otobwa goes in, but the flag from assistant referee Lemandine seemed to have rescued Medeama from what looked like imminent danger.
Yeah, nearly, but you have the official very, very close to the action. Again, relentless from Emmanuel Mafo. He just had to go down to just nick that one off the defender back into play. And despite the fact that he's not seeing most of the ball, he's really, really fighting for those 50-50 balls up front.
Salim Adams is proving why. Before the game, he was announced as Medeama's Player of the Month, having been crucial in some important games for them this season. Salim Adams.
You're talking about the most notable one being that game at Vision where he plays for them. It was a turning point.
Mubarak Yusuf, Fuzi Taylor sees the movement of Yaosei, but Chevagnon wins possession. Referee thinks it's an unfair challenge from Benjamin Chevagnon. So Medeama will have the advantage.
You're looking at the nature of this game. It's been a bit physical. We've seen yellow cards being flashed to players on either side, but it's a bit questionable sometimes as well. With the physicality of this game, you'll be thinking some of these calls shouldn't go. And that's why the Aduana players are furious. They understand the magnitude of the game. They understand how physical it is. And they just feel that the referee just shouldn't be awarded any free kick at all.
Another free kick for Medeama, but this time it's quite a distance from where Salim blasted the opening goal from. But nonetheless, he's stepped up there as well. Salim and Suleimana, same.
Thinking maybe an in-swinging, one out-swinging cross, for someone not on, but let's don't count him out.
Another free kick. Salim Adams steps up again. Sulemana will go for it this time, maybe allow Salim to go for a second one. Salim blasted again, but Alex Boachi had to dive and head the ball away. He needed to do that one for Aduana. This one also looked like heading in straight.
Exactly, and it's always a dynamite when he hits it, and now the confidence is reeking. Just look at that, from about 35 yards out. And the angle is not even in his favor, but he decides to go for it. It tells you the confidence he's playing with.
Free kick, pushed for a corner, and it's Sulemana to take for Medeama. The last time Aduana visited here, they lost by 2-0. Fatal Sulemana swings in the corner. Another header by Salim, but it's out. Chivagnon up against Manuel Mante. Lovely pace from Chivagnon, but Sulemana is first to the ball. Finds a way to get back to Felix Che.
At this point, you'd say they have suffocated Aduana FC. They are just not finding their way out of trouble, especially with that front press from Medeama Sporting Club. It's always difficult for them.
Kufuor comes under pressure from Braille, but Braille commits a foul by bringing down Samuel Osei Kufuor for a free kick. Kufuor is furious with the challenge.
Yeah, they know, and that's the physicality we are talking about. They understand that it's a physical game, and not every call should not every foul should actually be called. And at this point, Kufuor just had the upper hand. He turned so well, but he had to be brought down by Braille.
"30 minutes at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. Medeama SC 1, Aduana FC 0. Salim Adams with a screamer of a goal to hand Medeama the opening goal.
And says the frustration now. Fouls won so far in this game, and in just 30 minutes, and it's a landslide tilted towards Medeama. They are winning these fouls. They're finding the spaces, especially the half spaces, in the middle of the pitch, and then also in the third half. And it's becoming so easy for them, especially with the press as well. They are holding on to the ball so well, and it looks like they could even score more.
Kingsley Braille seems to have gone down. Referee halts play for Kingsley Braille to be checked. He's complaining that somebody used an elbow on him. He complains that it was Kufuor who went him hard on him.
Yeah, it was an off-the-ball incident then. Look at that. Yeah. That's what sportsman-like. Yeah.
Seemed to be expressing himself very well to these guys to understand.
He knows what the repercussions could be. He understands before. He's an experienced player himself, but it's the frustration sometimes, especially when Kingsley Braille brought him down a couple of minutes ago. He was thinking that he should have gone into the referee's book.
Salam. It's a poor pass to Sulemana. Otobwa takes control, but Mubarak Yusuf with some timely tackle to stop the run by Otobwa. Last season when Medeama beat Aduana 2-0 at this venue, was Derek Fojo and Mubarak Yusuf who scored those goals. This afternoon, Yusuf starts and Fojo drops to the bench. And last season, Medeama actually took 4 points of Aduana, 1 in Doma and 3 here. They drew 2-2 in Doma, and in that game, Fojo did score as well. It's unfortunate the competitiveness in this Medeama side leaves them on the bench this afternoon in this crucial game against Aduana, but those stepped up, equally giving a good account of themselves.
Yeah, most definitely. And once he lacked scoring against a particular side, he would always, save up a minute or two. Just bring him on. He would definitely be in confident mood, to get them going as well. And For Medeama, it speaks volumes about the quality they have even on the bench.
Here is Osei with a cross that goes straight to the Aduana shot stopper, Prince Osei. Looked to have been impeded in the process by Salam, and he gets the free kick right in his own territory.
It was a good call, a lovely cross again from Yawase. Anytime he bumps forward, there's something spectacular. That was delightful as well, and just look at that. Abdul Salam.
Some interesting coincidence, Yawase is spotting number 41 at the right back, and the Aduana goalkeeper, Prince Osei, spotting number 41 in post for Aduana.
Yeah, similar names, similar numbers. Different stories for different teams, I think.
Mano Mante trying to scan the pitch to find where to place this pass. He finds Sake. Felix Che. Aduana have only Marfo chasing down those balls. Big space between the midfield and attack. Here comes Kelvin and Nkrumah for the league leaders. Here is Nkrumah, but Boateng steals possession. Interesting defensive organization by Mubarak Yusuf. Yeah, and he seems to have the calmness to put these guys together at the back, but it's Salam on the other side for Medeama. Cross, Salim controls for Braye. You're thinking he should be shooting right away, Kingsley Braye. Yawase to Mante. Mante with a cross. Away by Boateng. Now Raymond Ajman. Emmanuel Mafo. Otobwa. Yusuf again, but he doesn't find a jersey.
Not at all, and we've spoken about the space in midfield, and it's too wide, the gap between Mafo and the next Aduana player.
Our father should be careful. He's already on a yellow card. He doesn't have to be frustrated.
He should count himself lucky. Just look at that. That definitely should have been a yellow card again. I think the referee's been lenient with Bafada. That's it. I think Salim has been a tough customer for him this afternoon.
Yusuf. Sulemana at the right place with a cross. Osei-Kuffour almost an own goal. It's a corner. Samuel Osei-Kuffour nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net after that intelligent delivery from Fatau Sulemana. It's a Medeama corner with the outside of his boot.
There's a Trivela over there. Just look at that. They just had to head clear at that one. Osei-Kuffour on the left, right in the goalkeeper's area to head that one. But there's a space at the left-hand side of attack for Fatau, who's playing as a left back, and it's the freedom to operate up front that makes them even more dangerous. But that was a lovely cross into the box by Fatau.
He lost his place to Desmond Bafo during the start of the Premier League, but he's been able to work himself to this Medeama setup. Remember, he's former captain of the side. He goes low with the corner to Manuel Mante, gets a return, whips in a cross, but it's gone wayward for a goal kick.
Again, it was a good move. Good to see shot passes right from that set piece again. You had about 5 Medeama players in the box expecting a very good ball. They've really been dangerous with those set pieces, with those long balls as well. Aduana always come in second best in every duel.
Kelvin and Nkrumah, he's been very lively in this first half. There's a clear push on Nkrumah. It's a foul, no questions about this. Prince Otobwa needs to be a bit calm.
Dealing with a player like Nkrumah for 90 minutes is always a problem. Just look at that. Lovely. And Otobwa again gets it on the wrong side of Nkrumah. Trying to nick that ball away. He thought he had space. He thought Nkrumah showed too much of the ball, and then he was late with that challenge.
Seven fouls on Medeama's side, 15 on Aduana. Ibrahim Tanko's side is leading 1-0 here. With about 7 minutes to wrap up the first half, is Medeama, who have a free kick, but injury concern for them because Calvin Nkrumah would need some attention on the field.
Yeah, he would have to stay fit for them because he's really been so important to the setup now. And he's won almost half of the free kicks they've won inside the Aduana half. That's due to his pace and also dribbling ability. Makes it difficult for the Aduana players to stay close, even win those 50-50 balls off here. Really been crucial to the setup this evening.
A reminder that one game has already been cleared for matchday 22. 11 Wonders have lost by 3-0 to Vision this afternoon. And Medeama leading Aduana 1-0 here at the TNA. Fuzi Taylor's delivery straight to Prince Osei.
Another bad ball. Prince Osei always on the left. Well, he's been pretty decent this evening for Aduana. No buying that strike from Salim Adams. I think he's really commanded the back line very well.
Taylor. Here is Salam from Salim's header. There's a foul against Raymond Arjiman for that tackle on Raymond Arjiman. Gets a yellow card for that challenge on Abdul Salam. He doesn't seem to agree with the referee on the yellow card.
That's the third yellow card of the half, and it tells you the physicality of this game. Again, a very clumsy challenge. Not the best of challenges. Not the best of challenges.
Raymond Ajman and Seydou Sana. Raymond Ajman and Bafada are the players on the yellow card for Aduana, and Rich Saki is on the yellow for Medeama. Salam to Fuzi Taylor. Goes down again from the challenge of Seydou Sana. This time, Ms. Ball was right there. Free kick, Medeama.
Yeah, you can't protest anymore. See, they are just winning the second balls. They're 50-50 balls now. Each and every one going to Medeama now. And it's becoming so easy for them. They are playing with an extra, that extra. Just look at that. And definitely catches him. And Sana knew that it was definitely going to be a foul. Allow Medeama, to gain so much control, especially in your half. You've been giving away too many free kicks, which we've seen already, in this game. 15 right before this one.
That's the suspended Aduana coach Choiba Aristika watching from the stands. Worried man, obviously, because of how the game is panning out. What this result mean at this point we're speaking right now is Medeama will open up a 10-point gap at the summit of the log before the remaining games are cleared tomorrow.
And it looks like each and every passing week they just, inch closer to the league title. The more they go this way, it takes away, the energy in the other teams, knowing that it's always a lost cause.
And they know too well that winning this game will just draw them closer to their second Premier League title. It's Salim Adams again. He doesn't shy away from opportunities like this. And Salim allows Fuzi to go for a bend. And Fuzi bends one, is tipped away by Prince Osei for a corner. It's not the only one who has got this in his locker. Fuzi can equally come up with these careless. And he nearly beat Osei to it. It's a corner for Medeama. Lovely bend on the one.
Nearly. Just look at that. Nearly beating him head. Salim would have gone with a power, but there's a different technique from Fuzi. Just look at that. Bends it. Right accuracy, right swerve. And I'll say, guard again.
It is Fuzi to take the corner. And Fuzi whips the corner to the far post. Mubarak Yusuf heads it down. Away by Seydou Sana. Here is Benjamin Chebanyo onto the path of Emmanuel Mafu. He sees the movement of Prince Otobwa. Here is Otobwa. He's got Calvin Nkrumah to beat. That's clever play from Nkrumah. He had to really come back and save the situation for Medeama.
Yeah, you had to. Whenever you commit moment forward, then you need your speedsters to always quickly rush and salvage the situation for you. And that was exactly what Nkrumah did at that point.
Some 3 minutes away from the break. Chivagno with the lovely skill to go past Yaosei. Yaosei wins the throw from the boots of Abubakar Adams.
Yeah, and it's so glaring that the setup from Aduana this afternoon or this evening has been to just soak the pressure, sit very, very deep with a low block and just hit them on the break, especially with Chivanyo and then also Toba on either flank. But it's not really worked to perfection. We've seen Medeama really, pressing them high up the pitch and then also winning the 50-50 balls. And it's not really allowed Aduana to play to the rhythm they would want to. They've really been laid back all evening.
Medeama making it a tall order for those behind them on the league log. BBN Gold Stars and Aduana trail them currently by 10 points. Hardawok also trailing by 10 points with Kotoko and Samatex trailing by 11 points. Here is Salam, goes down from the challenge of Bafada, free kick Medeama.
They are committing to the challenges, Medeama Sporting Club. They are making it so easy and very, very frustrating for Aduana at this point. But yeah, another leg big stack over there, and that was Salim Bafada.
Good control from Kelvin and Nkrumah with a pass, and Braille doesn't get a touch. But that was promising from Medeama. It would have been a perfect closing to the second half, the first half.
And that's how you switch play. That's how you switch play. With one long pass, changes everything, and everyone on the back foot for Aduana. Just look at that. Another good ball into the danger zone. Braille nearly arriving on time.
Seconds away from the end of the first half. Dominant Medeama display. We've done 45 minutes and we're doing just 1 minute of additional time. Medeama up by 1-0. Here is Risaki, the only Medeama player on the yellow card this evening.
That was a good call by the referee to go back and award that free kick. Tried to play the advantage, but another bad ball. That came off the back of Otuoba to allow him to give Aduana that free kick again, which I think they rightly deserve.
Alex Boach is trying to find Otoboa. He gets him all right. He's up against Sulemana. Now Raymond Arjman comes in with support, but that delivery awful, and the goal kick to Medeama.
And that's not what you want to see, especially with the clock running out before halftime. You would want something decent at least, or something that could cause some havoc. And you look at the back line of Medeama, they've been on a virtual holiday.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half here at the TNS Stadium. Salim Adams puts Medeama in the lead, heading into the dressing room. That thunderbolt will be the talking point among these fans here at the TNA. A belter that sends Medeama 1-0 up into halftime here at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. It is Medeama 1, Aduana 0.
This February, love is not just in the air. Love is in the bundle. We present to you Bundled Love. At Max Buy, we are turning your favorite electronics into an unforgettable Valentine's surprises. Buy the powerful Techno Camon 40 at just 49 Ghana cedis. And boom, you get yourself a Techno smartwatch. Buy yourself an Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus and enjoy 150 Ghana cedis discount. You can buy yourself an ITEL TV, be it 32-inch or 43-inch, and enjoy a free phone in addition for you. Or grab Felix 43-inch Smart Google TV at just $299. That's 299 Ghana cedis to it, and get an Edifier multimedia speaker. Max Buy Bundle Up promo runs from 10th of February to 28th of February. Once it's over, it's over. So don't wait. You can call us on 0594 091 122. You can visit any of our locations as displayed on the screen. Also go to our website and order online. Max Buy, we bring you more than just a gadget. We bring you value. Bundled Lab.
Ante saba, ewo mo body ni ma, nke kwana mo ba.
Oh, ko se. Ena me dia semesio. Kane ne pa no, na saa na me so ya na wode me. Edre na adi me nkwa no. Kingdom Garlic Bitters.
No, mo benefit him.
Me benefit wan. Oso ko to de.
Abrewa, this mama abrente me shuve. Wonante kakra na wabre. No Kingdom Garlic Bitters ene ne capsules. Nenya hoden abre bia.
Kingdom Garlic Bitters ene ne capsules.
Assembly anyi ho.
Edeben we hu ama wani agise. Senior na me wife complain won personal. Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules nti. Sesia mpaso aye de.
Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules. Emani tie ni asumdie befi abrebia. Oba bia o de pua haw no. Edro ba kupa wo hia ne tremendous capsules. Tremendous capsules esiesie wo ma wo ye oba sima. Enro yi wo benya bi wo ba bia ye ton nro bia. Kingdom Herbal, no challenger.
Who wants to play truth or dare? Me. Truth. My mom says daily milk is a source of calcium and protein. Truth. Daily milk comes in 3 delicious flavors and I have tasted them all. Very yummy. Wow. Now I dare you all to drink daily milk on a daily. That is really nice.
Introducing Daily Milk, Ghana's new milk drink. It comes in strawberry, banana, and vanilla flavors, making it a delicious choice for me and you. Daily Milk, an amazing twist to milk. This advert is FDA approved.
I had beat homeopathic clinic. Ejuma meye oni akuma yarba. Akuma yarba no dos. Ibi wo kwa osende owo cardiomegaly. Anede wako mo waka chendo wo left ventricle.
50 Ghana cedis. Afen so, mame amone ugo still ne so 80 Ghana cedis. Afen woni bibi, mame wampesie, any bi still no so 80 Ghana cedis.
Eno ye 80 one.
Na mame banku ne nkuma ni nyina mam ni nya bebre na ni nyina enye 70 Ghana cedis. Afen so,
madam, aden eduanu nko na wo to ana.
Eduane no eye dedodo, taste no eye deep. Ekura secret filler bi.
Secret filler no eye Aljoda seasoning powder. Aljoda seasoning powder ever flavors baby. Goat flavor wa hawk.
Beef flavor, spaghetti flavor, Aljoda spices.
Aljoda seasoning powder. Taste no eye deep.
FD ajibje katui atu.
Drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
All right, back into the studios here at Max TV. A very, very entertaining first 45 minutes, end-to-end stuff. Both teams showing a lot of promise and showing their eagerness to get themselves into comfortable positions at the end of 90 minutes. But the first 45 has played the way of the home side, Medeama Sporting Club, who have showed clearly that they are more hungry in the process, getting a goal from a thunderbolt of a strike. And we will take a look at that goal again. But it's half time, and the players would have a couple of minutes to take a break, re-strategize, and get onto the field of play, which will give us an opportunity to take a look at the first 45. Blackgate.
Absolute entertaining first 45 minutes for us to enjoy. You can't just take your eye off the action for a split second. But once again, the main man that we spoke about in the pre-match discussions, Salim Adams, gradually becoming the star, the face of the Ghana Premier League this season. What an absolute scorcher he scored again. Brilliant. Pick his moment. Let fly. And the moment the ball left his boot, it was destined to hit the back of the net. There is no way the goalkeeper was going to pull the save. But talk about brilliant, talk about finesse, talk about tactical ingenuity, talk about patterns, talk about the rhythm and everything that you can ask for. Medeama came out of the blocks in the first half, played to their strength, dictate the tempo of the game, took the game to their opponent, pushed them onto the side of the pitch. But to climax everything, look at that by Salim Adams. What a trademark finish from the young man.
Obviously difficult for even the goalkeeper.
The moment the ball left his boot, so much venom, power generated behind the ball. The ball swung in mid-air. And whenever you have the ball wriggle in the air like that, it becomes so awkward for goalkeepers to pull the save. And it will take something extraordinary for any goalkeeper to pull this save. And I can tell you for a fact that this is his trademark goal, but this is definitely one for the locker room and for the archives. And thereby putting Medeama, the league leaders in the lead, and having a firm grip on proceedings in the first half.
First 45 minutes, obviously, Medeama in pole position, and they've paved a lot of ways, created a lot of chances, but have not utilized any. Aduana have not been sitting on their oars. They have also been trying their best. Let's cross over back to the TNA Stadium for the halftime interviews from the technical bench. Let's see how they saw the first 45.
But I've been joined by the assistant coach of Medeama, Pius Gura. Pius, your team leading by a goal to now. First of all, that bullet from Salim, it's becoming a trademark. How did you see that goal?
Yeah, so that's like you said, trademark of, like, he's been training with it, and then you have to work for. He's been working hard on this, and then I'm not surprised it has really paid off for him.
Of course. Now, second 45 minutes to play. Aduana will come out very strongly. What is the plan to stop them?
Yeah, so we're not changing anything. We also, like, in as much as we've picking the lead, we would like to, add up. Even though we are the best team with most goals, and then we still want to go. We will still want to score for that matter. We're not going to sit and then defend. We'll also explode and then come out and play.
Okay, wish you all the best. Pius Gura is the assistant coach of Medeama there. Now I'll be joined by the assistant coach of Aduana, Maulom Lawrence. His side are down by a goal to nil. They came into this game very hard in the first 45 minutes, but they actually are down by a goal to nil. Maulom, I mean, apart from that goal you considered, have you been impressed with how your team has played?
70% impressed, because they are playing based on according to the game plan. What we have to work more is our attacking transitions. That's the most important we have to work on in the second half more now. But they are doing very based on our game plans now. In set pieces, it's one of those. They can get it, we can also get it. But they are playing based on the game plan. They are doing very well.
So second 45 minutes to go, just down by a goal to know. What needs to change from you?
We're going to make a few substitutions and then work on not only the substitution, then the tactical play side of the game too as well. As I said, now they are having a lot of set pieces which they are good at. So we also have to change our game plan now to not them have those advantage of those set pieces side also. And then, as I said, our attacking transitions, because they are playing based on the game plan defensive side too, but attacking transitions we have to improve on it too.
Well, Maulom, let's see what happens with the second 40.
All right, so we just heard from the technical benches. They've given us their impressions about the first 45 and what they hopefully need to do to change the status quo in the second 45. So Nanedu, it obviously leaves a lot of work for Aduana. First of all, they have to come back into the game. But I think that Medeama have also showed some power and pace, and especially they've been working on the left-hand runs and then the crosses that are coming in. Salim has also been dead on target once. Brian and Co have also showed how ingenious they are with the game that is happening. Meanwhile, by the way, viewers, we need to bring you up to speed with the match that just ended, and 11 Wonders have lost by a 0-3 margin against Vision FC. Vision FC have climbed to the 10th position. So at full time, Vision FC beat 11 Wonders by 3-0. They are furthering the woes of 11 Wonders. Congratulations to the Tema-based team. We are concentrating on Medeama, who are leading 1-0 at halftime against Aduana and Nanedu. Second half is all to play for.
Yeah, I think, Aduana Stars will have to gather themselves, come back into the game, try and score, because Medeama will try to manage the rest of the 45 minutes, because the most important thing is for them to get 3 points. They are leading from the first 45 minutes. They have a solid midfield that from the 20th minutes to the 45th minute, they were controlling the midfield.
Okay.
Try to pass the ball among themselves in the midfield. It tells you the goal has done a lot for the Medeama team. Kingsley Braye in today's game is not playing as an arrowhead. He's playing through the wings. It tells you he's putting more pressure on the lateral defense of Aduana Stars, and it's one thing that is working for them in the first 45 minutes. Fatal is doing well. Yusuf Mubarak is trying to make sure all the balls from Aduana Stars to the 18-yard balls, he clears the ball in the 18-yard ball. So something is working for the Medeama team. They've done a good job in the first 45 minutes of the game.
Going into the second half again, Blackgate, what do you expect to change from both teams?
Well, you look at the home team, Medeama. They just need to continue, because if you look at Fuzi Taylor, he was very mobile. He augmented the strength of Salim Adam in terms of offensive transitions. How he picked the ball from the heart of midfield, sometimes bulldoze and drive through. But he just have to make his decisions very quick, because sometimes he over elaborates. He hung on to the ball. I know it's a tactical game plan. Get on top of the box and make sure you are being fouled so that you can get set pieces for Salim Adams to have a crack at it. But sometimes outside the plan A, you should think about plan B by sliding passes to the attacking players and Abdul Salam and then Kingsley Braye, so that they can also have a bite in terms of the attacking phases. You look at Aduana, what they've started with is a 4-3-3 formations, but you have to vary it. If you look at what your opponent is putting, if they are nullifying all your strengths, you have to vary. So to me, they've got to throw that out of the window and look at the 3-5-2 formation, where they can load the midfield and overpower Medeama in central midfield, because for now, it looks like everything that Medeama is doing is paying off. And they've got to play to the strength of Benjamin Chivanyo. He has pace, he has trickery, he has power. On one of the occasions, we saw how he lashed onto one of the balls that gave Felix Che in goal post for Medeama an awkward moment to deal with. He had to try to salvage the situation at the second time action. So if they can get him more and use his portion of the park to a devastating effect, I think it will go a very long way to go back. Take nothing away from the goal on the screen. What a cracker from Salim Adams once again. And the moment, like I said, the moment the ball left his boot, look, the ball wriggled in the air. There's no goalkeeper going to pull this save. And I said, that was a brilliant strike from the young man.
But have they put enough worries on the defense of Aduana? Because I see Alex Boachi doing a lot of work.
This was what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
They've got to get the young man Benjamin Chivano more onto the ball, because he has shown on this particular occasion that if you present him with opportunity, he can strike. And for him to rattle the palms of the goalkeeper the way he did, it speaks volumes. But you look at the
There's another opportunity that came from
you look at the decoy play on both flanks of Medeama. If you look at Fatal Suleimana on the right and then Yao Ose on the left, they've actually probed in terms of sending the ball, the diagonal balls to the far line, the way they stretch the games. The laterals of Aduana got to pay attention, because it's like all the time they try to squeeze to the back three, thereby leaving enough spaces on the laterals. And you look at Medeama, they are stretching the game and they are having bites. Just that the cutbacks has to be decisive. On this particular occasion, look at Kevin Nkrumah outside the boot, in swinger into the box. Braye was just a little bit late in terms of arriving on the spot. Had it been a little bit earlier, he would have finished that off to cushion the game for them, to propel them to be leading by 2-0 at the end of the first half. So for Medeama, I think in terms of attacking transitions, they've been very solid, they've been decisive, they've been sleek.
So they should just continue.
They should just continue with what they are doing.
I think if Aduana Stars will score
2 seconds,
they have to be from dead ball situation.
Dead ball.
There's few areas in the Medeama team, they are weakness. Nobody is protecting the back four. So anytime you see Yusuf Mubarak moving the ball to the midfield, forward. These are areas I think Aduana Stars will have to
passes have been going as well. Okay, let's get back to TNA Stadium and enjoy the second 45 minutes. And we'll come your way again at full time.
And Gold Stars and the rest of the pack behind them are concerned. We're back for second half action, and it promises to be as exciting and competitive as the first half, Josiah.
Most definitely, Nana. And we saw the first half being all Medeama, from the blast of the whistle. But, tell you what, there could be some changes as far as the weather is concerned, and that could also have an impact on the game. Perhaps we could have some showers. We are looking at how cloudy it is, but they should really, really go in favor of one side.
Salam kicks off for Medeama in second half action. Here is Sulemana. Troubled the Aduana goalkeeper during the first half with that delivery with the outside of his foot. Medeama seemed to be approaching the game the same way they did in the first half, taking the game to Aduana.
Yeah, that's how they love to play, especially when they are playing at home. They play with confidence and they love to push these fullbacks up forward so they create overload on either flank. And if you're not strong with your fullback or with your fullbacks, then definitely they might really break them with a pace and just one defense splitting pass. That's how good they are whenever they play, in their element. Whenever they play at home, they're so delightful to watch.
Mante is pushed down by Salim Hussein Bafada. One player who is on a yellow card and must tread cautiously. And interestingly, he took the yellow card under 5 minutes in the first half, and under 2 minutes in the second half, he's committing a foul already.
Yeah, I still don't get why Maulom Lawrence is not withdrawing him from the game. We saw him with that rugby tackle on Salim Adams, even after he took the first caution, and they really need to be careful.
Fuzi takes the ball, but is flicked away by Kufuor. Abubakar Adams struggles to keep it in, but Salim will wait patiently as Medeama will get advantage with this throw-in.
Another delightful ball. They are going so direct, Medeama Sporting Club. They love to go direct. They have the qualities to do that. They have men in the box. They have players who can whip in very, very good crosses, and that's what they're trying to do now. That was a good control, Abubakar Adams, and that was Mante. Really seen much from him, especially with tackles and all that. But the first time he also bumped forward, I think that really wasn't a good tackle from the midfielder.
Under the lights here at the TNA, it's Medeama 1, Aduana 0. Here is Manuel Mante. Lovely turn. He seemed to be that unsung hero in that midfield of Medeama. You can see Fuzi with those flashes of long deliveries and popping up with free kicks. Salim Adams can come in with those explosive drives. But here is Mante, calm, focused, composed, and very efficient in that role.
He's not so flashy. He's not as flashy as the players, but he gets the job done, diligently.
Seydou Sana's delivery is Felix Che.
Yeah, that wouldn't be troubling him. But you talk about, Mante, and he's a real playmaker, from deep, anywhere at all. And he's taking some load off Salim Adams and Fuzi Taylor as well. And he's giving them the license to roll up front. And that's really why they are able to commit men forward and they have that grip in the third half.
So much pressure on Felix Che following that pass from Ritsaki. He's given it throw-in away to the visitors, Aduana. Here is Salim Bafada. Seydou Sana. Prince Otobwa. Joined Aduana during the January transfer window from Basiki Oli Stars on a long-term contract. They seem to be competing for that role with Daniel Kwame Awuni, who is on the bench this evening, I should say, for Aduana. Sulemana, Kelvin Nkrumah, Manuel Mante, Mubarak Yusuf. Hit the ball so hard, Yusuf. The idea was good, but the execution letting him down, Yusuf.
Yeah, he saw that forward round of Abubakar Adams, and he also saw that space there to be exploited. It was a good idea, but execution gone wrong.
Medeama win possession in a very tricky area for Aduana, but that foul on Abubakar by Yaose seems to have rescued Aduana. Chivagnon puts one through for Emmanuel Marfo. He's up against Risaki. Here is Marfo. 6 goals already this season. Now Chivagnon is blasted and is blocked. Yaose goes down. Chivagnon fights for it. And Yaose finally gets it away. Mante goes down. Free kick Medeama. They needed this.
They needed that. And it's that sign that there's still much in this game for them to attack it. It was a good move. Just Emmanuel Marfo making that run into the channel with that ball. 1v1 situation does well to find Chivagnon. But a good block there. You look at Aduana, and that's a side that scores goals away from home, but not really seen anything promising so far.
You know, out of 10 away games, Aduana have managed 4 wins, 2 draws, and 4 defeats. But interestingly, they've been able to score 9 times away from home and consider just 7 a massive improvement, considering how they were regarded as poor travelers in the seasons past, Aduana.
Yeah, and I think that there are some dynamics to it as well. You look at the fact that they've picked up 14 points in away games, and that's the 3rd best in the league as far as away performances is concerned.
Yaose, Mante whips in across, Kofo stops it, Raymond Ajiman. Marfo, Fuzis takes possession for Saki. Sulemana trying to pick out Kelvin Nkrumah. Is a lovely ball. Nkrumah does want to keep the ball in. Goes past his marker. Here comes Kelvin Nkrumah. Tricky customer on that flank. Now Fuzi Taylor. He sees the movement of Yaose down the right side. Here is Yaose. Whips in. Prince passes it away. Flicked back by Otobwa. It's a corner for Medeama.
Not a good play. You know, they're redefining how to switch play so quickly. It's so swift that Aduana always struggle whenever Medeama decide to switch play. This time to the right-hand side again. And, you know, that forward run again from Yaose from the right-hand side. Lovely whip into the box. But then dealt with by Prince Hussein.
Medeama have a corner. Aduana trailing the league leaders. Facing their 6th defeat of the season is Fuzi Taylor's corner. Salim gets something on it, but it's not enough to hand Medeama a second. Way off target is a goal kick.
Yeah, he's always been a target, Salim Adams, and you know, perhaps one of the tallest players on the pitch. You know, earlier on the season, he was being deployed behind the 18-yard box, but now they know the threat, they appreciate the threat he brings whenever there's a set piece, and there's been quite a lot going to him.
Mante, Salim Adams. Throwing to Medeama. Ms. Bao is trying to stamp his authority on the game. Aduana might just want to tweak things a bit in terms of playing personnel pretty soon. Abubakar Adams. Ajiman. Mubarak Yosef goes hard on Otobwa to stop him from making any attempt to even pick the ball.
Yeah, he's always aware. You see Mubarak has that no-nonsense gene in him as well. Very heavy. Yeah, a bit late. Earlier body check there, but looks a bit like a nudge. But I think the flight of the ball also leads a bit.
Emmanuel Marfo is making way. It's not really happened for him. In his place is Ben Sidibe. Like for like change by Aduana, 55 minutes. Medeama hanging on to that Salim Adams belter. Boateng. He thought he was going to be flagged offside, Prince Otoboa, so just didn't show any interest in that ball.
Yeah, that was smart thinking from the winger, but for Aduana Boateng, he should be thinking, you know, should have really seen the position of his teammate there.
Raymond Ajiman. Aduana Boateng goes down. Nothing in that challenge by Sulemana. Here is Mano Mante. Even under pressure, he's so calm and composed, but he ends up giving this one away.
Oh, we've seen Aduana, you know, intensify the way they attack now. Then they've had so many touches as compared to what they had, especially in the opposition box. In the first half, it was very, very few, handful of touches, but now I think they've really upped the tempo a bit, and they're sending in some good balls.
Sidibe is offside. Flag is up against Ben Sidibe. Sidibe is a former Medeama SC striker. Medeama gave him out on loan to Holy Stars before permanently giving him away to Aduana. There he goes, flag offside.
Yeah,
he joined Medeama from RC Kadiogo in Burkina Faso. After 15 appearances for Medeama, he failed to score. The last time he featured, and Medeama had to ship him away.
Yeah, but he's been limited to that super sub role, especially when things are not going on well. And you remember when he scored against Dreams FC late in that game at home.
Salam on his left foot, and it's drifted wide.
Yeah, and interestingly, you talk about Abdul Salam and his role in this team, and it's not really down to goal scoring. No, he is their third top scoring player this season, but I think as the role he played ball as well, his link-up play and hold-up play, always superb.
Salim Adams goes down together with Raymond Ajiman. It's obvious both have come off injured.
It was a 50-50 ball, but you know, nasty by both players. But it was Adams who got to the ball first, and I think that foul would have been on Raymond Ajiman. He was taking a leg a bit too late after Salim Adams had cleared the initial ball. Adams should be okay. He's really been pivotal for them. Not only has he been their highest scoring player, but you know, he's really carved a niche for himself, which hasn't really been seen in the league for some time now. His ability to score from direct free kicks has really given Medeama, you know, an extra touch up front. Whenever there's a free kick, you know there's a high possibility that Salim Adams would really get that at the back of the net. Recently, that display also at Vision tells you that he's really, really very important to this Tanko Ibrahim side.
Light showers already here at the TNA. You predicted it could rain anytime.
Yeah. And it changed the dynamics of the game. You're asking, with this downpour, would Medeama be able to hold on to the ball and, you know, string the passes like we saw them do in the first half? You'd be thinking that, yeah, definitely with this rain, it could change a lot, especially with the velocity of the ball, you know, how you'd want to play it. Perhaps this could play to the hands of Aduana. They are playing with a low block, so they would want to use a quick counter, you know, should Medeama try to commit men forward. It would really, really be interesting looking at how the weather has changed now.
He's balling. A cycle force header. Bubakar to Prince Otoboa onto the part of Remember Boateng. Sulemana will take over for Medeama. Is pushed down and wins the free kick for the home side.
Needless, quite needless there, especially knowing that there was no way he was going to win the ball. Otoboa. I think the replay also shows that, you know, Fatau had gone down a bit earlier, but No, there was no reason to make that contact. No, to what?
Saki's ball in, headed down by Alex Boache. Watson fails to control. Saki. Mante. So now they began losing the ball. There is Otobwa to Sidibe. Sidibe with a cross. Headed down by Yusuf, cleared away by Mante. Now Braye for Medeama. Onto the path of Salam. He's got Abubakar to beat. Salim Adams for Yaose. Yaose with a cross in. Away by Alex Boachi for a Medeama corner.
It's very dangerous now. Very slippery pitch, slippery ball, and one bad touch could result in an own goal. A bit of directness from Medeama Sporting Club. A lovely ball whipped into the 6-yard box. Again, you would always have to be on alert. Very, very careful not to tuck that one into the back of your net. But the rains even coming down. I'm wondering if we could see to the end of the game.
Suleimana's delivery. This ball has already whistled because Braye had already gone down even before the corner was taken.
He just had to, call that. He just had to whistle. Shed tag in the pulling and pushing in the box, quite evident.
What it means is that corner will be retaken by Suleimana. Quick swan in, away by Boachi again. Chibanyo continues with another clearance. I'll say, failing to deal with it well. These rains will definitely change the narrative, and you can't stop it.
Yeah, it definitely
could. Heavy at this point.
It's very, very heavy, and the pitch is getting soggier and soggier. And just look at the movement of that ball. Very difficult for the players.
Continues to rain. Raining now. The final decision of the referees.
I think that the determinants are quite a lot, and yeah, it looks okay, even though the rains keep pouring.
This Valentine's Day, love is on the menu. Max TV presents Chop Love with Max TV, the 5th edition.
A special celebration for couples and partners. Do you have a beautiful love story? Tell us how you met your sweet partner in a video or short write-up and send to us via Facebook at Max TV Ghana or WhatsApp 055-8462-088 and get featured on Max TV social media. The couples with the most likes and comments will win a romantic dinner experience with an amazing gift.
Enti kai husi, afi Chop Love with Max TV. Ebeye shonko kra. Itimenewa, ankama shase kra richre hawa mishia medofo.
Chop Love with Max TV, where love meets celebration. Don't just watch love, experience it.
Hello Ghana, payday is here. Stand a chance to win instant cash prizes on Reveal Scratch for Win. Up to 1 million Ghana cedis to be won today. Get ready to play Reveal Scratch for Win to win big on Max. Stop scrolling and start winning. It's simple. Dial star 787 hash on all networks. Choose your card type and select your lucky card for a chance to win big. Play with at least 5 Ghana cedis or more. You could win up to 1 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes instantly. Yes, you heard right. 1 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes. Don't miss out on the chance to win big. Dial star 787 hash to play now. Reveal Scratch for Win. Scratch keke. Nedi sika say bam. You must be 18 years and above to play. Terms and conditions apply. This game is regulated and approved by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This February, love is not just in the air. Love is in the bundle. We present to you Bundled Love. At Max Buy, we are turning your favorite electronics into an unforgettable Valentine's surprises. Buy the powerful Techno Camon 40 at just 49 Ghana cedis. And boom, you get yourself a Techno smartwatch. Buy yourself an Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus and enjoy 150 Ghana cedis discount. You can buy yourself an ITEL TV, be it 32-inch or 43-inch, and enjoy a free phone in addition for you. Or grab Felix 43-inch Smart Google TV at just $299. That's 299 Ghana cedis to it, and get an Edifier multimedia speaker. Max Buy Bundle Up promo runs from 10th of February to 28th of February. Once it's over, it's over. So don't wait. You can call us on 0594-091-122. You can visit any of our locations as displayed on the screen. Also go to our website and order online. Max Buy, we bring you more than just a gadget. We bring you value. Bundled Love.
It's lucky way.
Let the fun and excitement begin. Your #1 online casino in Ghana, Lucky Win, is back with a bang. With more than 70 new exciting games and big cash prizes, including the popular Aviator, where you can win 1,000 times your bet amount. You can also win in the 500,000 Ghana cedis cash giveaways in the cash draw, cash rain, and give back daily promotions. Enjoy our welcome bonus and free gift coins available every single day. Just go to luckywin.com.gh on any of our smart devices and play a game. You can start with as low as 1 Ghana cedi and you stand to win.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bao. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving.
For watching him, he just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. Are you thinking that could have been a clean tackle over those range?
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bow. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bow. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bow. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bow. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
Good solo run, goes down right before Miss Bow. Aduana will complain. The protests have started, but Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick. Friday football in the Ghana Premier League as match day 22 of the Premier League takes center stage here. Come up against Aduana here, coming to this game after beating Samatic on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals in the Ghana Premier League at the TNS Stadium in Takwa.
To be with you here in the commentary box. This is a huge 6-pointer.
Place ahead of Jacob Abu Mensah, who is injured. Mubarak Yusuf keeps his place as captain in central defense with Suleiman Fatah at left back. Our centre man for today is Misbah Mohammed. He's assisted by Suleiman Dean and Essel central defense. Adams at left back, a three-man midfield of Seydou Sana, Bafada, and Ajiman. Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory. Maulom Lawrence, assistant coach of Aduana, taking charge of the team this afternoon. Emmanuel Mafo, the Aduana striker, will go for goal, and that's an audacious try. To Abdul Salam, Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up from Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right-hand side, finding Yawase, just trying to find a teammate.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post. Sana's header. That was close from Seydou Sana. Sana with that header. Almost a free header for Seydou Sana.
Just almost, but then quality delivery to the box there. If I remember Aduana, he's not the tallest Seydou Sana, and manages to get his head on it.
Good solo run. Goes down right before Miss Bao. Aduana will complain. The protests have started. But Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes to everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. What you thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took his spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
But Mafo hangs on. His hold-up play is so brilliant. It's a foul and a yellow card to Risaki. That's a clumsy challenge.
No one close to him, no one in green, very close for him to just pass that ball to, but again, clumsy.
Extremely careful. Free kick for Aduana. Remember, Aduma Kubwatin to take. Goes low, here is Chibanyo. Goes for a drive, and it's a brilliant save by Felix Che to deny Chibanyo. Oseiku 4 steps forward. Here is, remember, Aduma Kubwatin for Aduana, sends in a cross away by Saki. And Yawase calms it down, not out of total danger.
Twice to make sure that you don't concede in this game. Just look at that. It did well to close him down, but then he managed to get it. And I think there was a deflection, a wicked one, very, very acute, but Che always on guard.
Another free kick. Salim Adams steps up again. Suleimana will go for it this time, maybe. Allow Salim to go for a second one. Salim blasted again, but Alex Boachi had to dive and head the ball away. He needed to do that one for Aduana. This one also looked like heading in straight.
Exactly, and it's always a dynamite when he hits it, and now the confidence is reeking. Just look at that. From about 35 yards out, and the angle is not even in his favor, but...
Suleimana at the right place with a cross. Oseiku for almost an own goal. It's a corner. Samuel Oseiku for nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net. Tau Suleimana. It's a Medeama corner with the outside of his boot.
There's a Trivela over there. Just look at that. They just had to head clear. And that one, Oseiku for on the left.
It's Salim Adams again. He doesn't shy away from opportunities like this. And Salim allows Fuzi to go for a bend. And Fuzi bends one, is tipped away by Prince Osei for a corner. And he nearly beat Osei to it. It's a corner for Medeama. Lovely bend on the one.
Nearly. Just look at that. Nearly beating him head. Salim would have gone with a power, but there's a different technique from Fuzi. Just look at that. Bends it. Right accuracy. Right swerve. They've been on a virtual holiday.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half here. It's Friday football in the Ghana Premier League as match day 22 of the Premier League takes center stage here. come up against Aduana here, coming to this game after beating Samatics on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals in the Ghana Premier League at the TNS Stadium in Takwa.
To be with you here in the commentary box. This is a huge 6-pointer.
Place ahead of Jacob Abu Mensah, who is injured. Mubarak Yusuf keeps his place as captain in central defense with Suleiman Fatah at left back. Our centre man for today is Misbah Mohammed. He's assisted by Suleiman Dean and Essel central defense. Adams at left back, a three-man midfield of Seydou Sana, Bafada and Ajiman. Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory. Maulam Lawrence, assistant coach of Aduana, taking charge of the team this afternoon. Emmanuel Mafo, the Aduana striker, will go for goal, and that's an audacious try. To Abdul Salam, Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him, replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up from Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right-hand side, finding Yawase, or just trying to find a teammate.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post. Sana's header. That was close from Seydou Sana. Sana with that header. Almost a free header for Seydou Sana.
Just almost, but then quality delivery to the box there. If I remember Aduana, he's not the tallest Seydou Sana, then manages to get his head on it.
Good solo run. Goes down right before Misbah. Aduana will complain. The protests have started. But Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took his spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
But Mafo hangs on. His hold-up play is so brilliant. It's a foul and a yellow card to Risaki. That's a clumsy challenge.
No one close to him, no one in green, very close for him to just pass that ball to, but again, clumsy.
Extremely careful. Free kick for Aduana. Remember, Aduma Kubwatin to take. Goes low, here is Chibanyo. Goes for a drive, and it's a brilliant save by Felix Che to deny Chibanyo. Oseiku 4 steps forward. Here is, remember, Aduma Kubwatin for Aduana, sends in a cross away by Saki. And Yawase calms it down, not out of total danger.
Twice to make sure that you don't concede in this game. Just look at that. It did well to close him down, but then he managed to get it. And I think there was a deflection, a wicked one, very, very acute, but Che always on guard.
Another free kick. Salim Adams steps up again. Suleimana will go for it this time, maybe. Allow Salim to go for a second one. Salim blasted again, but Alex Boachi had to dive and head the ball away. He needed to do that one for Aduana. This one also looked like heading in straight.
Exactly, and it's always a dynamite when he hits it, and now the confidence is reeking. Just look at that. From about 35 yards out, and the angle is not even in his favor, but
Suleimana at the right place with a cross. Oseiku for almost an own goal. It's a corner. Samuel Oseiku for nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net. Tau Suleimana. It's a Medeama corner with the outside of his boot.
There's a Trivela over there. Just look at that. They just had to head clear. And that one, Oseiku for on the left.
It's Salim Adams again. He doesn't shy away from opportunities like this. And Salim allows Fuzi to go for a bend. And Fuzi bends one, is tipped away by Prince Osei for a corner. And he nearly beat Osei to it. It's a corner for Medeama. Lovely bend on the one.
Nearly. Just look at that. Nearly beating him head. Salim would have gone with a power, but there's a different technique from Fuzi. Just look at that. Bends it. Right accuracy. Right swerve. They've been on a virtual holiday.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half here. It's Friday football in the Ghana Premier League as match day 22 of the Premier League takes center stage here. Come up against Aduana here, coming to this game after beating Samatics on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals in the Ghana Premier League at the TNS Stadium in Takwa.
To be with you here in the commentary box. This is a huge 6-pointer.
Place ahead of Jacob Abu Mensah, who is injured. Mubarak Yusuf keeps his place as captain in central defense with Suleiman Fatah at left back. Our centre man for today is Misbah Mohammed. He's assisted by Suleiman Dean and Essel central defense. Adams at left back, a three-man midfield of Seydou Sana, Bafada and Ajiman. Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory. Maulam Lawrence, assistant coach of Aduana, taking charge of the team this afternoon. Emmanuel Mafo, the Aduana striker, will go for goal, and that's an audacious try. One to Abdul Salam, Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up from Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right-hand side, finding Yawase, was just trying to find a teammate.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post. Sana's header. That was close from Seydou Sana. Sana with that header. Almost a free header for Seydou Sana.
Just almost, but then quality delivery to the box there. If I remember Adobako, he's not the tallest Seydou Sana, then manages to get his head on it.
Good solo run. Goes down right before Misbah. Aduana will complain. The protests have started. But Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took his spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
But Mafo hangs on. His hold-up play is so brilliant. It's a foul and a yellow card to Risaki. That's a clumsy challenge.
No one close to him, no one in green, very close for him to just pass that ball to, but again, clumsy.
Extremely careful. Free kick for Aduana. Remember, Aduma Kubuatin to take. Goes low. Here is Chibanyo. Goes for a drive, and it's a brilliant save by Felix Che to deny Chibanyo. Oseiku 4 steps forward. Here is, remember, Aduma Kubuatin for Aduana. Sends in a cross away by Saki. And Yawase calms it down, not out of total danger.
Twice to make sure that you don't concede in this game. Just look at that. It did well to close him down, but then he managed to get it. And I think there was a deflection, a wicked one, very, very acute, but Che always on guard.
Another free kick. Salim Adams steps up again. Suleimana will go for it this time, maybe. Allow Salim to go for a second one. Salim blasted again, but Alex Boachi had to dive and head the ball away. He needed to do that one for Aduana. This one also looked like heading in straight.
Exactly, and it's always a dynamite when he hits it, and now the confidence is reeking. Just look at that. From about 35 yards out, the angle is not even in his favor, but...
Suleimana at the right place with a cross. Oseiku for almost an own goal. It's a corner. Samuel Oseiku for nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net. Tau Suleimana. It's a Medeama corner with the outside of his boot.
There's a Trivela over there. Just look at that. They just had to head clear. And that one, Oseiku for on the left.
It's Salim Adams again. He doesn't shy away from opportunities like this. And Salim allows Fuzi to go for a bend. And Fuzi bends one, is tipped away by Prince Osei for a corner. And he nearly beat Osei to it. It's a corner for Medeama. Lovely bend on the one.
Nearly. Just look at that. Nearly beating him head. Salim would have gone with a power, but there's a different technique from Fuzi. Just look at that. Bends it. Right accuracy. Right swerve. They've been on a virtual holiday.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half here. It's Friday football in the Ghana Premier League as match day 22 of the Premier League takes center stage here. Come up against Aduana here, coming to this game after beating Samatic on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals in the Ghana Premier League at the TNS Stadium in Takwa.
To be with you here in the commentary box. This is a huge 6-pointer.
Place ahead of Jacob Abu Mensah, who is injured. Mubarak Yusuf keeps his place as captain in central defense with Suleiman Fatah at left back. Our centre man for today is Misbah Mohammed. He's assisted by Suleiman Dean and Essel central defense. Adams at left back, a three-man midfield of Seydou Sana, Bafada and Ajiman. Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory. Maulam Lawrence, assistant coach of Aduana, taking charge of the team this afternoon. Emmanuel Mafo, the Aduana striker, will go for goal, and that's an audacious try. To Abdul Salam, Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up from Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right-hand side, finding Yawase, just trying to find a teammate.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post.
Takwa. And the latest and the feedback we are getting is that the rain has been quite heavy in Takwa Township and it's beyond, so it's rendered the field unplayable. And after center referee Misbah and his assistants did an inspection of the field, it was realized that it was not playable, it was not passable for association football to go on there. And so the match has had to be rained off, as it were. At the time of it being rained off, Aduana had managed to get themselves back on level pegging. So 1-1 is the scoreline until a few minutes ago. Referees decided that the match could not be continued. And so what it is, or what this means is that under normal circumstances, it would have to be continued tomorrow morning. The remainder of the minutes will be played tomorrow morning. And so hopefully by 10 a.m. or thereabouts, we should have confirmation of the closure of the match with the final scoreline. But as it stands now, it's 1 goal apiece. Medeama 1, Aduana 1. Medeama scored first, and Aduana managed to get the equalizing goal just before the referee decided to allow the teams to walk off the field due to torrential rain. And so that's the latest we're getting from Takwa. And because of that, the match has come to an abrupt end. It's been rained off and will be continued tomorrow. So that's the details that we have from the TNA Stadium as far as we're concerned. Again, we're bringing you shots of exactly what is happening, and you saw the amount of water on the field of play. The fans have had to look for shelter. Again, we're showing you these snippets, and these are live pictures coming from the TNA Stadium in Takwa. It has been called off. The referees have declared the field unplayable, and so it's been rained off, and so the teams would have to get back onto the field tomorrow morning to play the remainder of the minutes. And so that's the that's the latest information we are getting from Takwa. That's the latest we are getting, and so unfortunately we would also have to accede, or we would have to also be patient enough and wait for the game tomorrow. Gentlemen, welcome back into the studios. Thank you very much for your patience and your time. Prior to the rains setting in, game was gradually picking up, especially in the second half. We saw a lot of action, movement from one end of the field to the other. It was also clear that Aduana really had worked something out to ensure that they would fight and get back into the game. Blackgate, does this mar the beauty of the game, because obviously the continuation tomorrow morning will just be for a couple of minutes so that we can have official closure to the game?
Well, it all boils down to the quality of the facilities that we have in the Ghana Premier League. We saw during the AFCON in Morocco, all the games, about 70% of the games were played in wet weather conditions, but the fields held its own, especially the only pitches in Ghana here that if it rains, I can hit my chest and say the games can go on perfectly. One, the Pando Sports Stadium. The drainage system under the pitch is very good. And then you look at Abrankese, Nations FC's home. These two pitches can stand the test of time. So I think the underground drainage construction should be done properly in terms of whenever the clubs are constructing their pitches. But if you look at the game itself, I think the game has been very good, crisp, free-flowing, attacking football. Both teams took the game to each other. We knew that Medeama were coming back. Aduana were coming back into the game in the second half with so much power to be able to pull parity. So I wasn't surprised that Seydou Sana managed to pull parity for them before the game got halted abruptly due to harsh climatic conditions. But I think the continuation will be, if it is for the next 25 minutes, it will be a cracker, because none of these two teams will be ready to settle for a draw. It won't do any of them good. Medeama would love to win and open up a 10-gap buffer on the rest of the matches ahead of the Sunday kickoff. And then for the away team, Aduana, they would love to win and reduce the deficit to just 4 points, where the entire league will be blown wide open once again. So we live to see exactly how the permutations will be in the second, because this game holds a lot of significance in terms of the final destination of the Ghana Premier League title.
I see. All right. Nanedu, you have been to the TNA a few times, and maybe one of the questions one would ask is, with such a newly constructed stadium, and knowing the nature of the weather, especially in the western region, not to talk about Takwa, we were of the opinion that this should be a thing of the past. It should not augur in our game. So we don't need to have games to be called off or rescheduled or rained off, whatever the expression is.
I think most of the time we don't pay attention to the pitch. We normally look at the facility and the capacity of the stadium. We don't pay attention to the pitch that players are playing on. So after just 5, 10, 15 minutes of rain, most of our venues in this country, the pitches cannot host games in the Premier League or any other international game. And that is one thing our league is struggling to. I'm not really surprised after 15, 20 minutes, referee have decided to call off the game. I'm not really surprised.
You're not really surprised. Okay. Well, so that notwithstanding, we obviously would have to wait for tomorrow so that the game can be brought to its logical conclusion. Viewers, once again, it's just unfortunate, but the rain set in. And for those of you who know that part of the world very well, when the rain set in, it becomes a different scenario altogether. But we would also have to bow and make way for our next scheduled program. But thank you very much for joining us. It was a keenly contested game by the end of when referee Ms. Bao decided to call the game off. It was 1 goal apiece. Medeama Sporting Club 1, Aduana Football Club 1. The game will be continued tomorrow. Thank you once again for your time, your effort, and your patience for having us and joining us for this live transmission. And we will see you again. Bye-bye.
Football in the Ghana Premier League as match day 22 of the Premier League takes center stage here. come up against Aduana here, coming to this game after beating Samatic on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals in the Ghana Premier League at the TNS Stadium in Takwa.
To be with you here in the commentary box. This is a huge 6-pointer.
Place ahead of Jacob Abu Mensah, who is injured. Mubarak Yusuf keeps his place as captain in central defense with Suleiman Fatah at left back. Our centre man for today is Misbah Mohammed. He's assisted by Suleiman Dean and Essel central defense. Adams at left back, a three-man midfield of Seydou Sana, Bafada and Ajiman. Ibrahim Tanko was able to mastermind a 3-1 victory. Maulam Lawrence, assistant coach of Aduana, taking charge of the team this afternoon. Emmanuel Mafo, the Aduana striker, will go for goal, and that's an audacious try. To Abdul Salam, Fuzi Taylor. Yawase makes space down the right side. Here comes Yawase. Swings in across. Was very tricky. Great save by Prince Osei. It's a corner for the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the pressure on him replacing Kamaradine Mahmoudou, and just look at that lovely cross. And it's all about the build-up for Medeama Sporting Club. The way they just try to play expansive, moving to the right inside, finding Yawase, was just trying to find a teammate.
Watson to take the corner, swings one to the far post. Sana's header. That was close from Seydou Sana. Sana with that header. Almost a free header for Seydou Sana.
Just almost, but then quality delivery into the box there. If I remember Aduana, he's not the tallest Seydou Sana, then manages to get his head on it.
Good solo run. Goes down right before Misbah. Aduana will complain. The protests have started. But Nkrumah knew exactly what he wanted. Was driving
for watching him. He just goes everyone. So seamless for him. Just look at that. You thinking that could have been a clean tackle, but those range.
Free kick, Medeama. Salim steps forward with a blast, and it's a brilliant goal. What a bullet! Stunning strike from Salim Adams to open the scoring for Medeama. Explosive from...
Assuming we've never spoken about that right before he hit that. You knew what was happening. They knew it. They said perfect wall, but then he just had no business with that wall. He just took a spot, and the far behind that ball was certainly just going to go past. He knows how to hit it, the technique, the accuracy, and the power behind it.
But Mafo hangs on. His hold-up play is so brilliant. It's a foul and a yellow card to Risaki. That's a clumsy challenge.
No one close to him, no one in green, very close for him to just pass that ball to, but again, clumsy.
Extremely careful. Free kick for Aduana. Remember, Aduma Kubwatin to take. Goes low. Here is Chibanyo. Goes for a drive, and it's a brilliant save by Felix Che to deny Chibanyo. Osei 4 steps forward. Here is, remember, Aduma Kubwatin for Aduana. Sends in a cross away by Saki. And Yawase calms it down, not out of total danger.
Twice to make sure that you don't concede in this game. Just look at that. It did well to close him down, but then he managed to get it. And I think there was a deflection, a wicked one, very, very acute, but Che always on guard.
Another free kick. Salim Adams steps up again. Suleimana will go for it this time, maybe. Allow Salim to go for a second one. Salim blasted again, but Alex Boachi had to dive and head the ball away. He needed to do that one for Aduana. This one also looked like heading in straight.
Exactly, and it's always a dynamite when he hits it, and now the confidence is reeking. Just look at that. From about 35 yards out, the angle is not even in his favor, but...
Suleimana at the right place with a cross. Osei 4 almost an own goal. It's a corner. Samuel Osei 4 nearly puts in the ball at the back of his own net. Tau Suleimana. It's a Medeama corner with the outside of his boot.
There's a Trivela over there. Just look at that. They just had to head clear. And that one, Osei 4 on the left.
It's Salim Adams again. He doesn't shy away from opportunities like this. And Salim allows Fuzi to go for a bend. And Fuzi bends one. Is tipped away by Prince Osei for a corner. And he nearly beat Osei to it. It's a corner for Medeama. Lovely bend on the one.
Nearly. Just look at that. Nearly beating him head. Salim would have gone with a power, but there's a different technique from Fuzi. Just look at that. Bends it. Right accuracy. Right swerve. They've been on a virtual holiday.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half here.